at the bottom of the hour. We'll be right back. Go on, Dave, and give me some music.
People exactly what we're fighting for, and that is God, family, country, Trump. God, family, country, Trump. God, family, country, Trump. And my name is Lucretia Hughes.
The Real News with Lucretia Hughes is funded by you, the viewers, not U.S. aid. So to support the show, please donate through PayPal at Fallback Production Studio, Cash App $sign Lucretia Hughes 44, Venmo at Lucretia-Hughes, or shop at our store, fallbackusa2.myshopify.com. Thank you so much.
Politicians are very good at playing with words. They always talk about gun control. How about right control? Because when you go against the Second Amendment, that's our right. That's our God-given right, not only by God, but by the founding fathers. So why don't you just call it what it really is, right control? You're taking our rights away. You cannot regulate evil. Evil is evil, and evil is always going to be persistent, and it's always going to be here. So why get rid of our ability to protect ourselves? The Second Amendment right protects the rest of them, and it protects us. It protects your home, your body, and your spirit, because without it, how are you going to protect yourself? Don't be a sheep. Don't follow just because it's popular. Think for yourself. Be yourself. Be that individual that God made you to be. You wasn't born to follow. You was born to lead. Jessica, guess what I did? Here, I found it. I'm like, come on. I think men do that just so they don't have to go find something where they know something is there. I truly do. And now we got somebody from the Air Force sitting here smiling at me because it looked like he done did it too before 5, 6, 55 times. Just go ahead and play the song, Dave.
Are you on? We'll fight against George. We'll fight Elon Musk. No Elon scab within our walls. We'll fight from dawn to dusk. Oh, which side are you on?
Trump.
Which side are you on?
Jesus.
Which side are you on?
Jesus.
Which side are you on?
Trump.
Trump's coming for our unions. He wants us all to fail. He wants us to bow.
They sound like they're going to pick cotton. Which side are you on? Just don't do that. It's better if they went ahead and just shouted, mustard! I mean, welcome back to The Real News with Lucretia Hughes, where they get redunculous every time I turn on the news, or at least open up Facebook. So that is the Democratic Party telling y'all that, hold on, because DB sitting here looking at me, and I'm trying, hold on. These are the old crud muffins that's telling their side to take it to the street. And I got men like DB sitting here looking like I wish would. I don't know why they think this is back in the 1960s. This is not going to be the revolution they think it's going to turn out to be. We're not putting up with that anymore. The summer of love, you know, the new revolution or whatever they're trying to say, we're not taking it anymore, and y'all don't have to take it either. So what side am I on? I am God's, family, country, and Trump's side. So everybody, I want to go ahead and introduce y'all to our next guest. He's from Florida, and he is part of the Veterans for America First, and it is DB Fugate, and I probably tore that up too. Hey, DB.
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Go ahead and pretend like you didn't see none of that while ago.
Well,
So how are you?
You know what? You can't really butcher my name, you know, even though that's not how my mom pronounces it, but you made it sound good anyway.
Okay, how do you say it so we can say it right?
It's Fugate, like F-E-W.
Fugate. I was close.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna get Fugate. So how you doing, DB? What are you down there other than trying to stay cool in February in Florida? What are you seeing going on around you?
Honestly, I've seen a lot of good reactions to, what the president has done in his first 3 weeks in his second term in office. So, um, surprisingly, well, I'm in the state of Florida. Florida is a very red state. It's a very free state. So we've seen a lot of good things here. And obviously, you're going to have a little nonsense here or there, people reaching for things to talk about just because they don't like him or they didn't vote for him. But you can't deny that what he's done. He's already had a more successful term, more than the last two Democratic presidents had, in all their years combined.
Now, you are part of the Air Force. Go ahead and tell everybody your rank in the Air Force and exactly why you're part of really helping Veterans for America. Because I can tell you why I love the Air Force, because my son was one. But I'm just a military brat and everything else. But can you give us a little bit about yourself, who you are, and why you are standing up?
Well, yes, that's exactly why I took the oath to join the Air Force in 2017 after having a basketball career. And then I was deactivated from active status for not taking the vaccine. And that same year, during the COVID year, I ran for U.S. Congress here in Florida because I saw what was going on and I wanted to continue my service to this country. And I was so happy for myself and others when President Trump said that he was going to reinstate and give back pay to military veterans. So I'm looking forward to that. And hopefully I can, be of use to this administration because I think this is going to be one of the greatest rides that we've ever seen in this country because the president is actually doing things. Hostages are being freed. Misappropriation of funds is being discovered. We're actually moving in the right direction, and that's a little bit about me. I'm just going to continue to serve no matter what the area is.
So, because that was a big thing during the scamdemic or the COVID shutdown, is that a lot of our military leaders, men and women, they walked or was kicked out because they refused to take the clot shot, is what I call it. Now that you're getting your benefits back, full back pay, and everything else, and we see that the recruitment numbers have risen in the last 3 weeks. Do you see us not being so spread out in the Air Force? Do you see us not being in so many different wars to where we can rebuild up our military branches?
Absolutely, and it's going to happen fast. Obviously the Secretary of Defense, he's a former military man, restoring the morale, restoring exactly what the military should mean and what it means to me and others. The numbers have been at record numbers since President Trump has been back in office. And so what I would like to do is help build that morale and bringing back those veterans that would like to come back that were deactivated or discharged is going to be a great credit to the United States military and the United States of America. I do believe that we're going to be better than ever. We're already on the right track. We're well respected in the world again as the world's power, where we should be. And that's going to continue, hopefully beyond President Trump's administration.
Who did you run against when you ran for United States Congressional
The first,
Congress?
the first election, it was against Debbie Wasserman Schultz.
Oh, wow! You on that side? Oh, you on that side of Florida? I was finna say Florida. You on that side of Florida? Wow! Did they treat you bad? Because normally when let's just be honest. Normally, when a black man or a black woman decide to jump in politics against a Democrat, they make their lives a living hell. They call them. They try to make false accusations against them. They really try to tarnish your name. Did you have to go through that? Because Debbie Wasserman Schultz, we all know who she is in that area, and she is an incumbent with a lot of pull, a lot of power, a lot of time. Did you see a lot of that? Did you get a lot of help in that race from the Republicans of the state of Florida?
I honestly, personally didn't see a lot of vitriol, a lot of hate towards me personally. Um, I'm about 6'5" and 245 pounds, so um, that really didn't happen that much in person. And on the flip side, I really did not get a lot of help from the Republican Party. I thought that actually it would be something very noticeable because I am a man of color, running for an office on the Republican ticket. That was my first time around. I learned a lot, and I'm not going to stop there. So it really doesn't matter what someone thinks or what someone wants to stop. Hate is not going to stop God's love.
You want to
And
move to
and
Georgia? You don't mind coming to Georgia? Because we got a warlock up here you could take on.
actually, I have family in Georgia, so. But right now, I'm sticking around Florida. The weather's a little bit better, and you know, whatever we need. But if they want to call in a favor, if they need me to come and fight and support, I will definitely do that.
Well,
But
I
we need
do.
to turn some blue areas red here in the state of Florida.
Well, you need to keep them red because I've never seen a red across the board inside of the state of Florida, which means now that they know the Democratic Party know that they are in disarray. They're gonna reband up, recollect themselves, and then they're just gonna go in there a little bit harder to try to take out some positions. Now, with the Veterans for America First, there's a lot of initiatives that can be happening around the United States when it comes to the veterans. When you become back active because you want to become back active, right?
Yes, I do. I want to get back in the reserves and still be, to have the flexibility to do things on the civilian side, whether it be politically or for the government or however I can be of use to the country.
Okay. So now that you're doing it, what about mentorship for some of the newcomers, new military or new soldiers that are coming in to the different branches and especially the Air Force? Do you think can you become a mentor being in the reserves, still have a leadership position to where it's outside that they could come talk to you?
Well, I definitely hope so. I would love to do that. I would love to be a mentor. I would love to contribute to the military culture and what it really means to be in the military and why I took the oath and I still want to serve. And because I do believe that I'm a part of the best military in the greatest country, in that's ever been created. And so I would love that opportunity. I've I've made some phone calls without giving details about possibly doing that on the civilian side for the government. I would love that opportunity um, to go to the different military installations, to go to Fort Benning, to go to Lackland Air Force Base, to go to Great Lakes, for the United States Navy, to go to Parris Island for the Marines, and really see what it is that we're doing. And the people that are not fitting in, they don't care about the military and care about the young people, inspiring young people to be in the military, they don't need to be a part of our United States military. And so that's what I hope to be a part of. And I will continue to advocate that the military is one of the best decisions that I made. I went in at age 37, and I'm glad that I did before, I aged out. And I'm going to continue to serve as long as I can.
I know there's one station, place that you could be in the wintertime that they would probably need for your happiness and your mentorship, and that's Minot, North Dakota. Once you go up there and, because I heard they get 10, 12 feet of snow in the wintertime, and there's really nothing around the military base, so they have to always go to Canada to enjoy themselves. You kept that one off the list.
Well, that's actually not a lot of people really look forward to going to that base. I'm very familiar with that base, but whatever it is, whether it's in a blizzard or whether it's in steaming hot desert, whatever I need to do to be of service to this country, to all the men and women, no matter if they look like me or not. If you're American and if you are a patriot and you are a God-fearing good person, then you're okay with me. So whatever I can do to make our country better and to contribute to humanity, because I believe in God and I believe that if we keep His values first, then we're going to be great. We're going to be good together, and we're going to be back on track as the greatest country in the world. And I think we're on our way to that.
Well, I do know that Trump is a common sense, oriented solution type of man. Now, we know there's been a lot of things, especially in Florida, with the military and different branches. What are some of the, what do you see with, let's take the Biden administration and some of the stuff that they was doing that goes against your code of conduct? Where do you see that you can do a turnaround of some of the, because there was a lot of disrespect. Let's just be honest. People was leaving the military left and right. They was getting kicked out. They was getting this, that, and people didn't want to serve our nation. So that was one of the biggest concerns. What do you see that your role bringing that morale back and not be beat down? And here's a bigger one, because we do know veteran suicide is still a big thing in America. And where do you see yourself being placed in that to help other veterans that are might be going through thoughts of suicide?
Yes, you're exactly right. And that suicide is very important. Still, about 22 veterans a day are committing suicide approximately, which is just, it's just awful. But what I want to do is I want to use what I went through. I want to use my story to say that, hey, I stood up for freedom. My, my livelihood in the United States military was unjustly taken away. But this is not who we are. This is not what we're about. We have a president that really cares about our military, that's going to advance it forward. And what I want to do is I want to mentor people and really evolve them into what they're trying to be in the military, and explain to them that their sacrifices and their time and their effort is actually worth something. So when someone says thank you for your service, it really hits home, and it really goes deep, to what it is that most of us go to the military for. And so I want to say that, hey, I'm an example of someone who stood up for freedom, that stood up for this, that loves this country. And I want people to see that, and hopefully that, it can be inspiring to young people, so we can get some really, really good people to serve in our military.
So I know while I was growing up, I'm 50. I grew up in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. But I remember Career Day. And I remember Military Soldiers Day, where they would come in, no matter if it was from the local branch, if it was from the recruitment, they would come in and actually give seminars, talk to the auditorium of students and everything, to tell the students exactly what the military is for, the branches, the Constitution. Do you see that might be part of your story and your path in the future, is to actually go out there in schools, in community centers, everywhere else, to let them know there are better ways? Like you said, it could be basketball, but everybody's not going to play basketball. It could be another expertise you want to go into, but don't give up on the military either, because you can make a career out. Do you see yourself going into like college campuses, schools, not as a recruitment officer, but actually as someone, as a soldier, to tell your point of view of what it is to be in the military?
Yes, absolutely. I would go in there and really explain to them, my experience, and then obviously all of the opportunities that someone can have in the military. Face to face is always the best thing. And then, I am a product, of serving the military. I went in my 30s. For the most part, they don't do that. And I'm not far from you. I'm actually 45 years old now. So you're right. I remember when I was young, Career Day, there was always a representative of the military there, but a lot of people really shied away. But the person that needs to be that representative needs to have some charisma and really talk to them. And I think that, telling my story or someone else telling their story will really benefit and give the young people a really, really good and honest perspective, of what they can get out of the military and being a part of our military, because it's much more than meets the eye. And it's not just, we have the camaraderie being in the Air Force or being in another branch, but we're all brothers, and we're all on the same team. We just do different jobs, brothers and sisters, excuse me. And the camaraderie is unbelievable. It is one of the honors of my life to join the military. And that actually propelled me into my political career in running for office. because I really do want to serve my country for as long as I can. And so as long as I can stay healthy and, I'm going to be an advocate. It doesn't matter where I'm in the front of the line or the back of the line. I'm going to continue to fight. I'm going to fight for our military. If I have to run for, another office position, I'll do that. All I want to do is contribute to the greatness and prosperity of the United States. And I think that stories like that and others can be an inspiration to people to really let them understand, what being a part of this thing is about.
Well, now you have your chance again. Last 4 years, you really did not. Last 4 years, I've never in my lifetime been a part of a military family. I wasn't born after Vietnam, so I don't know. I can look at documentaries and see the spitting on soldiers, the disrespect, the not having the pride in our military, and I saw that for the last 4 years. But now there's like a turnaround. I feel a turnaround in the pride back in America. And on election night, when I think it was at what's the military school in North Carolina, West West Point. They when they said Donald J. Trump, they got over the loudspeaker and said Donald J. Trump is going to be the new president of the United States. There was shouts of USA across the barracks. Do you think that our soldiers was holding their breaths to see who was going to be the next commander in chief? If it was going to be either Kamala Harris and they was getting ready to walk, or Donald Trump and they was going to get USA back for what they really, enlisted into the military for.
Well, I mean, you said it. I mean, the proof is in the doing, and you see what the result was when President Trump actually won the election, and you know the the reaction of a lot of military members that you saw. No matter what people will say, not everybody in the military is MAGA or Republican, but I can tell you that most people that I know personally that I've talked to that are either been in the military or were part of the military, they believe that Trump was a great president for the United States military, and that's why they support him. There were no wars, under President Trump in his first term, and now he's putting wars to bed right now, and even doing so even before he got elected for the second time. So President Trump is definitely a pro-military president. Peace through strength is a real thing. It's not just something to say. And I do believe that a lot of people are happy to have President Trump back, me being one of them. And a lot of people are going to be reinstated, and a lot of people are probably going to continue to serve in the military. Whether, on the contrary, if former Vice President Harris had won the election, I'm pretty sure that they will be looking at other options and to be separating from the military.
So when you get yours, your back pay back, you get your rank back, right, from when they put you out or deactivated you. Um, is that a relief? Is that a relief to you and every other person that signed on the dotted line to protect our nation for foreign and domestics? Do you feel a brand new day that these people that I call y'all, because you could be a martyr at any time, and you're martyring yourself for our nation and for my grandchildren and my family and everything else? Do you feel like that this is going to bring not only morale back, but strength in our nation back to where we have literally we've been paying for everybody else to be protected, but we have allowed our protection to go slack. Do you think that we can really rebuild our military in 4 years and to be able to protect our nation from within?
Absolutely. Well, to the first part of what you said, it was vindication. If I when I first did it, I just, I was just thinking like, I'm not going to put something in my body that, you know, that's not been tested. Me personally, I didn't want to take it because of these reasons. Um, I didn't understand the enormity of it until, as time passed, and fast forward to President Trump getting reelected, and he said day one that the military members that were discharged or deactivated for refusal of the vaccine were going to be back pay and reinstated. I've seen some reports that you know that time is very important. maybe someone could have been promoted to a certain rank during that time. But I think it's going to happen quicker than 4 years. I think that, with President Trump back in office, we have a great confidence and a morale that's inherent, that's already back. We have a Secretary of Defense who has been downrange, and he was doing a great job already. And surrounding military members, I talked with the guy who Trump tabbed as the Undersecretary of the Air Force, and he's a veteran as well, a former fighter pilot, who actually got out of the military because of what they were doing with DEI, and he separated from the military. And we're going to have all the good morale and the good people back in the military, and we're going to recruit some good young ones. And I think we're going to be stronger than ever very, very quickly. And the world recognizes it. I believe that, many, many nations, as you can see what's happening, the Trump effect, hostages being released, promises being kept. And that's just getting started. And I think that we're going to be, that big guy on the playground that you don't want to mess with. And that's who we are again as the United States, as far as being in the military, as far as being a world power. But we believe in peace. If you're a patriot, you believe in peace, you believe in security, and you believe in protecting our children. And that's exactly what we're going to do.
I'm just sitting here smiling. I don't know why. It's just like, yeah, hell yeah. I mean, because I can't say hoorah to you. It don't make sense. You ain't dating that branch. What do y'all say in the Air Force?
We say hooah, and in some of our special units, we say hooyah.
Booyah then. Boo to the yah. So everybody, thank you, because I'm going to meet you, because I'm part of the Veterans for America First, too. And wait a minute, Dave, do we got a keynote speaker for the rally? I mean, it's going to be put on by Veterans for America First. Anyway, do you drive or fly? We ain't flying you. Do you mind driving up here in April the 19th? We're having our 15th annual rally, and it's going to be God, Family, Country, Trump rally. And plus, I'm running for the board of directors for the NRA, so it's going to be also part of that also. Do you mind if we send you, it's going to be April the 19th. Do you mind coming up here and being like a keynote speaker?
Well, I don't mind at all. Georgia is actually, another home for me. My dad's family's from Georgia. I spent some time as a kid in Georgia. And obviously coming there with you, and good luck on your quest to be on the board of directors for the NRA. We need people like you. I've studied you, and I've watched a lot of what you do and what you say. I'm a big fan of yours, and you keep doing what you're doing because you're doing it right. But yes, I have to make some plans in place, but I'll be there.
Thank you. So everybody, I'm finna say it. This is a DB Fugate.
You got it. That's it.
I'm straight ghetto country. It is what it is. But other than that, he's coming on. I really want you to come on a lot more, especially be role models, not only for my grandchildren, my male grandchildren, but other children around, not only Florida, but the United States needs some very good role models. We have lost a lot of good role models, and God has gotten you on a path that you're going to change and open up a lot of people's eyes and change their ways of life. So you continue doing it, and I appreciate you not only being a part of the Veterans for America First, but being a veteran, being a soldier, being a leader, and being one of our friends. So DB, I just can't, you got me up here just grinning and cheesing. So thank you so much. So you get the last word. Go ahead.
We're going to be the greatest and most powerful country in the world. Thank you for having me on. God bless everyone.
He's so military. Booyah! All right then. Thank you so much. Okay. He's so military, Dave. Thank you. So everybody, this is the end of the show. Keep Bree in your prayers. Mom took her to Emory ER right now. So y'all make sure that y'all keep my daughter in y'all prayers. Thank you so much to Jacqueline and also DB for even coming on. And I was trying to cut my eye. So y'all, I was cutting my eye and I was reading y'all comments at the same time. So I just want to tell y'all, if we're going to be having more people, I'm not going to be calling Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Bobby. That's just I won't. I just can't because I don't know him like that anyway. But we're going to be having more people on. So I just want to say thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Real News with Lucretia Hughes and Dave. And please do not forget, get over there to fallbackusa2.myshopify.com or just donate. Please. Okay, now. So everybody, Dave, you know what to do. Go ahead, because my voice going in and out. This is redunculous. Benadryl time. I then Wanda and Pumpkin. Amanda, have a blessed night. Jessica, have a good one. Wanda, D. Lynn, have a blessed night also. Cheryl, go and till that garden. Ready? There's been so many things that's held us down. But now it looks like things are finally coming around. I know we got a long way to go. And where we'll end up, I don't know. But we won't let nothing hold us back. We're putting ourselves together. We're polishing up our acts now. If you felt like you've been held down before, I know you refuse to be held down anymore. Well, don't you let nothing stand in your way. Hey, I want y'all to listen to every word I say. Oh, y'all. Dave gave me a hot flash. USA. What? US. I have a hot flash. Cheryl, I mean, if you got some holistic, some cookies and milk, I had a hot flash. And Dave up here, and I'm sitting here seeing everything. I'm just throwing it out there. He trying, y'all. He trying. Give him a break. Nah, he'll be all right. So let's get on over here to Rumble and give our shout-outs, not shout-ins. We need to change that. I then Beamer, William, feel a little bit better today? I pray you are. Don't think we don't know. You feel better today? Okay. I, Kathleen, Hobbit 1, Habanero, Pika, Karma, y'all have a blessed night. Geronimo! What is your name? It's like Jane Marcio, but I ain't gonna figure that one out. Geronimo, have a blessed night out there in Karma. And let's get on over here. Is anybody on X? Bye, Todd. Bye, Addie. Y'all the only ones that want to say anything over there. Oh, where Pegasus them go? Y'all just, and you know, Patriot D forever. Simon, Mary, and Joseph, okay? Trish, have a blessed night. Miss Katina, Marsha, have a blessed one out there, Alto, Turkish Hell Feather, and Paul Wall. Anybody else up in here? Love ya, holler, faded to black. All right.
Here we go, she's on 5 to 7, 9 to 10 p.m. Fallback Productions. Talks about topics of the day and loves her country, the U.S. of A. Got her Get Right rally on tax day. Got family country, Trump is her thing. She don't know the songs, gives Dave a hard time. Don't worry, it's fine, he's still her Valentine. Keeps us in the loop. Don't you know, sit back and enjoy the Lucretia Hughes